Alright, what's up guys? We're going to talk a little bit today. We're going to talk about stances, talk about throwing progression and a transfer, talk about some receiving, and then some blocking to finish it off. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about our stances. Alright, so our first stance is going to be our signal stance. This is going to be the stance where we're going to give all of our signals to our pitcher. You're going to start by putting your feet closer together here. You can have your heels touch if you want, you don't have to, just be comfortable. We're going to make sure we have good posture, keep our chest up, have a big target. We want our knees to be angled towards the second baseman and the shortstop. Okay, we don't want them too wide and we don't want them too close. Okay, we want them to be where our pitcher can see the signals and nobody else. Right? Then you want to take your thumb, and there's this seam on the inside of your pants, on just about every single pair of pants that you probably own. And we want to put our thumb right there along that seam. Okay, that way we know that our signs aren't too low and they aren't too high. They're right here, just where our pitcher can see them. Okay, second stance is going to be our primary stance. This is where we want to be when there's nobody on base and less than 2 strikes. Okay, this stance is going to be really comfortable. Right, we want to be able to sit back, not on our toes, not on our heels. You want to make sure that we're nice and comfortable and we can receive pitches well. Okay, so from here, I like to hop out. So hopping out is like this, okay? Or you can just pivot out, it doesn't matter. Whatever's comfortable for you, it's just preference. You can do either. So from here, we want to make sure that our feet are angled out just a little bit. We're sitting on the balls of our feet, which is right about here. Okay, sitting on the balls of our feet, and our butts just sink straight down. Okay, sink straight down to the floor. Make sure we're keeping nice posture. From here, we can sway this way, either way. Okay, we can stick the low pitches, catch the high ones. Okay, we need to be able to make pitches that aren't, that are borderline strikes, make them look like easy strikes. Okay, so we want to be able to move and be really comfortable. You should be able to sit in this position for 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and not get tired. Okay. When we're in this position, okay, we're ready to receive a pitch, we want to take our thumb, we want to put it inside of our fist. The reason for that is because without our thumb, we can't throw a baseball, right? If we get either one of these fingers hit with the baseball, right, we can still throw the ball. With our thumb, we can't grab a baseball. So we want to make sure our thumb's protected, and whatever's comfortable for you. So you could put it behind your leg, behind your back. I like to put it behind my leg right here just because it's comfortable, more comfortable than putting it all the way behind my back. Keeps me more balanced. So we just want to make sure that our thumb is inside of our fist and it's somewhere where it's going to be protected. Our third stance is going to be called our secondary stance. This is when there's runners on base or there's 2 strikes. This is where we need to, we're going to have to block a ball in the dirt or throw a runner out, or we need to make sure that we can move and be more athletic on the stance. So for this stance, we're going to go from our signal stance, which is here, okay? You go to your primary, and then all we're going to do is raise our butt up a little bit. You can spread your feet out a little bit if you want. We're going to be athletic. Now we're going to be able to move. We're going to go down to block. Over here, we're going to be able to come up to the runner out. Okay, we need to be agile and be able to move. Okay, so our stances are easy to practice, right? You're sitting at home watching TV, or playing your Fortnite video games or whatever, you can just sit down and do it, right? If I'm watching TV, I can sit like this, play Fortnite, get my primary stance, play some video games, watch TV. You need to be comfortable, right? You don't need to be at a gym or a baseball field to practice this. Just tell your mom, your dad, your sister, whoever, say, hey mom, can you see these signs? Okay, do I look good? Am I keeping my posture up? Right, just easy to practice in. Okay, we're going to go over our throwing progression now. We're going to have a few drills that we do actually when we're playing catch to warm up for the game. So we're going to start with our first position. This position, you're going to hear me call it 10 toes. We're going to have our 10 toes facing our target. Okay, so we're about shoulder width apart, okay, athletic, knees bent, 10 toes facing this way. So our first thing we're going to do is call it goalposts. The reason is because we're going to start, okay, like this, like a goalpost. And all we're going to do is we're going to toss the ball. When we toss the ball, we want to make sure we're biting our glove, okay? Just like this. Okay, this is what it's going to look like. Just like that. We're going to get the ball back. Okay? Goalpost. Alright? Nice and easy. We're just getting loose. Alright, our next one we'll call it a prayer position, right? Because when we pray, we're gonna be like this, okay? So we're gonna start with the ball. Start with the ball here in a prayer position, and this one's gonna be quick, right? Because when we're throwing one around, we need to be quick with the ball. So we're gonna start like we're praying, and it's gonna be real quick, just like that. Okay, we're working on speed. Prayer. You notice that I go from here straight to the goal post. So it's a goal post, but it's quick. Okay, so we're here, just like that. Emphasizing when we come back, we're pinching our scapulas, our shoulder blades. So if it's from behind, right, and we're going to emphasize also being quick with our hands. Still nice and easy because we're not all the way loose yet. Okay. Our third one, okay, we're going to move to a new position with our feet. We're going to call this one heel toe. And this being because if I put a straight line down the floor, our front toe is going to be on that line, and our back heel is going to be on that line. So our heel and our toe are in line with our target. Okay, this is just like when we come up to throw runner out second base. Okay, so we're starting heel toe, still not too wide, not too close together. It's a nice athletic position, a little bit further than shoulder width apart. We'll call this one heel toe. Okay, so this one, we're going to do prayer position again. So prayer position just in the heel toe. Nice and easy still. Being quick with it. Heel toe. There we go. Okay, next one. Still in heel toe, we're going to call this rocker. Okay, we take our weight forward, weight back, throw. Weight forward, weight back, throw. Next throwing progression drill we're going to do is called quarterbacks. Alright, we're going to have our body face in just like our heel toe position, our shoulder towards our target. We're going to take 3 shuffles back, 3 shuffles forward, we're going to throw. It's going to look like this. We're going to throw. Nice and easy still. Now this is where we're going to start backing up a little bit because we'll start to get loose more. So 3 back, 3 forward. Making sure that we're gaining ground after we throw. Okay, we're not stopping and throwing off our back foot. We're still moving forward. All right. Next thing we're going to do, this one is a little slower moving because we have to set ourselves up. So we're going to once we catch the ball, we're going to put the ball in our glove. All right, we're going to get down in the squat. We're just going to come up and throw like the second base. Okay, we call this the T drill because we're going to explain later when we talk about throwing the second base, the T that's on the floor where we want to place our feet. So we're just going to squat down, throw to second base. One more. Ooh. That's it. When we're throwing to warm up, we want to make sure that as we're moving backwards, we're not throwing with 100%. We want to make sure that we're getting loose. So we want to make sure we're lobbing the ball, putting it on a loft, but just enough exertion and just enough power to get it there. Then, once we get back to as far as we can go, and our arms are loose, we're going to do what we call a pull-down phase. And a pull-down phase is when we're moving in, okay, we're going to get the ball, and we're going to throw this one on a line. So once we're loose and we start moving back in towards our partner, we don't just run in. Okay, we're going to get the ball and take about 3 steps in between, and we're actually going to throw the ball on the line now. So once we're loose, when we move back towards our partner, that's when we throw it on the line. So we can do our same thing. We don't have to squat down. Okay, when we get here, we're going to throw it on a line now. Okay, once we're loose, we can start cutting it loose, letting it go, throwing it on a line like we would in the game. Okay, we're going to talk about the T right now. This is called the T drill. And the reason we call this a T drill is because you see these bats here on a T? This is how we want our feet to be when we're throwing to second base. Our first step when throwing around to second base is our right foot. So you're going to hear me say, get the right foot down. The quicker we can get the right foot down, the quicker we can get the left foot down. The quicker our feet are, the quicker we get the runner out of second base. All right, so our first step, Okay, I want you to think of it as catch 1, 2. When we're doing these drills, catch 1, 2, or catch right, left. Okay? So our first step is with our right foot, and we want to gain ground towards second base. Not too much, right? Because we want to be quick. Not too much, not too little. Okay, we don't want to be just turning. Okay, we don't want to go like this. We want to gain ground. So once we catch the ball, our first step is the right foot. All right, crossing that tee. Second step is our left foot. All right, getting towards second base. Stepping and throwing. When we catch the ball, it's catch, right, left. Catch, right, left. Every time. And you're going to hear me all the time talking about the tee, okay? Or do tons of drills with the tee. This is something you could just put some tape down on the floor. You see bats like this. Anything that looks like a tee, you know, stand behind it, and you just want to place your feet on the tee. Catch, right, left. We're going to move on to working on some of our footwork for transferring the ball to second base. So you got medicine ball and the ladder, okay, because this is how we're going to work on lots of our transfer drills. Okay, so I'm going to go through the transfer drills and just show you as I do. Alright, so the first one, okay, we're going to have the medicine ball, we're going to be in our secondary stance. All we're going to do is tap the side and then transfer. Okay, our footwork just like how we transfer. We're going to work our way down the line. We go here. All the way down. Second one we're going to do, same exact thing, except we're touching the opposite side. Just like this. There's that. Next one, okay, we're going to have a partner, and they're going to toss the ball to us, and we're going to bounce it. Okay, so we're going to bounce it, we're going to catch it, and we're going to do our footwork. Get in? Just like that. Working our way down the ladder, just like that. Okay, now we're still working with the ladder, but we're going to have our glove, and we're going to have a partner toss us a ball. Okay, we're doing the exact same thing. We're just, now we're adding in the glove and the baseball, so it's actually like a real game scenario. It's going to look like this. Just like that. Okay, we want to, as the partner, okay, we want to work on money balls and challenge balls. Okay, the money balls are going to be the ones that are just perfect, okay, so the ones right at our chest and everything. But we also want to work on the ones that are challenged. Okay, so as a partner, throw some inside, outside, okay, right and left, up, down, because you never know where the pitch is going to go. So we're going to make it just like a live game. Okay, so now we're going to talk about transferring the ball from our glove to our throwing hands. When we do this, you'll hear lots of coaches and lots of people talk about bringing your glove to your ear. The reason we don't want to bring our glove to our ear is because our whole goal when transferring and throwing around our second base is to get all of our momentum going towards second base. When we take our glove to our ear, okay, all of our momentum is going this way. Okay, so we don't want to take it all the way to our ear. We want to take it towards the middle of our body. If there's a line going down the middle of our body, that's where we want to transfer the ball every time. Okay, if you watch videos of Yadier Molina, Buster Posey, a bunch of professional guys, you'll notice none of them transfer the ball at their ear. Okay, they transfer it right in the middle of their body. Okay, and that's what we want to focus on and work on as well. The first step to doing this is taking our glove, and once we catch the ball, okay, well first, we don't want to catch the ball out here, right, because it takes longer to catch the ball here and pull it out. All right, we want to let the ball travel. Okay, so we want to catch it close to our body, and when we catch it, the first thing we want to do is turn the glove towards us. Okay, we'll call this biting the glove. We'll call it biting the glove when we catch it, and also when we throw it. So we're going to bite the glove, just like this. So we're transferring, biting the glove, put it towards the middle of our body, right here, not our ear, biting the glove, and that's it, right there. We're transferring the middle of our body. Okay, this is something you can work on sitting on the couch, right? Take the baseball, toss it up, right here, right? Right in the middle. You don't even have to toss it. Put in your glove, transfer in the middle, that's it. You just do this hundreds and hundreds of times, right? We want to get used to that. There's a transfer in the middle of our body. So we move over to the tee. This drill is going to help us to bite a glove. That's why we're gonna call it the bite the glove drill. So we're gonna start without a glove first. Just use our bare hand. That's all we're gonna do, okay? We're gonna get the ball from this side and transfer. Real easy. So we got our secondary, and that's it. Okay, I'll do it from this angle so you can see it as well. Right there, real slow drill. It's just to emphasize biting the glove. Okay, once you get that down, put your glove on, same exact thing. Right there. Now we're gonna go into some of our receiving drills. You're gonna hear me call these EDDs, okay? Everyday drills, because this is something that you're gonna do as soon as you're done with your throwing progression and warming up in the outfield. This is what every catcher is gonna do. When I come in here, I'm gonna do these because they're real quick. At first, we're gonna start with our bare hand, and we're just gonna call these money balls. So it's just gonna look like this. We'll be on our primary stance. All right, we're gonna do a set of these in our primary stance, set up in our secondary stance every time. It just looks like this. Bare hand, toss to the side. Just like that. Okay, you're gonna hear me all the time talking about getting around the ball. Okay, when we're talking about swaying, right, there's a difference between swaying and getting heavy. All right, if I see you diving towards a ball, okay, like this, I'm gonna say, hey, you're getting heavy. Right, so if you're getting heavy on this foot, right, you're not athletic from this position. If you're getting heavy on this foot, right, you're not being athletic. We want to make sure that we're catching the ball towards the middle of our body, but we're not going too much, right? Because there's also an umpire behind us. If that umpire sees us move a bunch, right, even though it might be a strike, and we move like this, it doesn't look like it because the catcher had to move a bunch. Okay, so we want to make sure we're swinging just a little bit, right? If it's inside or outside, right, just like that, nice and easy, nothing too much. All right, just like that. That's our first one. Second thing we're gonna do, okay, we're gonna do the same thing with our bare hand, but we're only gonna use our pointer finger and our middle finger. All right, this is the reason is because when we catch the ball in our glove, that's where the ball is caught at. All right, and we want to emphasize being soft with our hands. All right, just those fingers, right? You put them down, just like that. Okay, if you're getting good at that, you can put a ball in these two fingers, put a ball right there, the same exact thing, just like this. Okay, after this, we're going to put our glove on and do the same things. So we're just going to put our glove on, okay? Your partner can back up a little bit if they want, throw the ball a little harder. We're going to do the exact same thing. Make sure we're being soft, sway into the ball. Just like that. Making sure that we're soft with our hands, catching the strikes, right? If it's a ball, we just catch it, right? We don't try to catch the ball, move back in the zone, right? We're not doing any of this. Catch it, that's it. Catch it. If it's a ball, catch it, throw it back to the pitcher. That's all. All right, our next receiving drill, we're going to call it the angle drill. The reason is because we're going to put our body at an angle. Okay, so our partner's this way, and they're tossing the ball from over here, but we're going to put our body this way. Okay, they're going to try to throw the ball right here on our back knee, and this is to emphasize getting that outside pitch, right? Getting around the outside pitch, catching the outside of the ball. We do the same thing. Let me turn the opposite direction. Okay, if my partner's throwing from over here, right, I'm going to get around this ball that's the inside. And we're doing that because when we're catching the ball from the pitcher, okay, if my pitcher is straight ahead right here and this ball is inside, I'm going to get around this ball, catch it this way, get around this ball, catch it this way. And we do that. The reason we do that is because if I'm not around the ball, it could hit here, and that's a pass ball, right? If I'm around this way, I'm getting around the baseball. Same with the outside pitch, I'm getting around it, not letting it catch this way, I'm getting around the ball. Top of the ball, underneath the ball. Okay, so you're gonna hear me say that all the time, getting around the ball. So what we're gonna do it with our bare hand and without a glove. So we're gonna angle this way. Go ahead. Just like this, making sure we're getting around it. Okay, not reaching too far, still being soft, okay? And we do the same thing on the other side. this, staying soft, get around the ball. Go. Then we're gonna do the same thing with our glove. Out of the way. All right, we're gonna talk about blocking now. When you're blocking, there's lots of form to it, but it's really just the will to do it. Okay, so as catchers, we have to just be willing to wear a ball off the chest or off the arm or off the face mask. Okay, and that's just part of catching. You're gonna learn to love it. All right, once you get good at it and you get better after practicing it, it gets a lot easier and doesn't hurt as much. Our whole goal is to wear everything off the chest, right? That's where our protection is going to be. So when we block, right, the first thing that we need to focus on is getting our glove down. All right, you're going to go hear me call this right here the 5-hole. Right, no ball should ever get through the 5-hole. The reason is because we always have our glove down. All right, our glove's always the first thing to go down. All right, so when we block, okay, gloves down. Okay, first thing, glove, our knees follow. All right, once our knees are down, all right, we want to make sure we're not too far forward, we're not too far back. Right? If we're too far back, all right, the ball's going to hit, and when it hits, it's going to go up. Or it's going to hit and go this way, or hit and go this way. If we're too far forward like this, okay, we can't get up and throw the run around, right? Because there's always going to be a run around base when we're blocking, right? So we want to make sure that we find somewhere in the middle of being back and forward, right? We want to be athletic and be balanced. All right. Once we get to this position, okay, we want to make sure that we take our shoulders, okay, and we push them forward. All right. We're trying to create a barrier, okay, like a U shape, that's going to keep the ball in front of us. Okay, we don't want to have it out, okay, because that ball is still going to hit and bounce somewhere. You never know where it's going to bounce. We keep it forward like this. You know the ball will bounce in front of us. All right. That's where we want to keep the ball. All right. So this first drill. We just call it the 3-ball drill, and we do this because this is the width of the balls that we need to be able to block. All right, this is going to be 3 baseball lengths off the plate. So if I put it on the edge of the plate, that's 1, 2, 3. Same thing over here. 1, 2, 3. All right. Anything outside this line, do anything you can. Right, dive. Anything you can do to get to the ball. Right. After that, it's the pitcher's ball, right? So all we're going to do is we're going to go to the middle, go to the right, go to the left, right? We're just going to call this the dry 3-ball drill. All right, so the first one, we're down. All right, hop back up. We're going to go right. Okay. Back up. We're going to go this way. Okay, real easy. You can do that slow to make sure that you're getting the feeling for where we have to be and where we have to position our body to make a good block, right? Our goal when blocking is always to get the ball to hit off our chest and land on the plate, right? The plate's right in front of us. So all I have to do after that, hop up, get the ball, and we're good. So this first drill is going to be called hands down. We're going to start like we've already gone down the block, okay? And our partner is going to put the ball in the machine and throw it, and we're just going to put our hands down to block. And that's it. It's going to look like this. Good. Now, in that drill, we're going to emphasize just getting our hands down, covering that 5-hole, right? Getting our bare hand behind the glove, all right? Tucking our chin. All right, we need to tuck our chin so that no ball is hitting our neck. Next drill is going to be called catcher's burpees. All right, everybody loves burpees. So in this drill, I'm going to start in my stomach, and I'm going to hop up and be in my secondary position. So I'm going to go straight from my stomach to a secondary position, and I'm going to block the ball. The next drill is going to be called pop and block. So we're going to start in our secondary position, and we're going to block the ball, pop back up. Right, we're not worried about where the ball went after. So we're gonna block, pop back up, and get ready. So this is gonna be like, kind of like a rapid fire drill. All right, it's gonna look like this. Put them in quick. All right, so we're gonna emphasize getting up real quick because there's always gonna be a runner on base. Okay, we gotta make sure we block the ball and get to it. Next drill is block and recover. Okay, so we're blocking the ball, hopping up, finding the ball, and setting our feet to throw to second base. All right, it'll look kind of like this. Okay, so guys, there's just a few drills you can do to get better by yourself. Obviously, you'll work on them during practice, but make sure you're also trying to get some in on your own. That's the only way you're going to get better. Just a few tips for you guys. Make sure that before we even start, make sure you're really warmed up. Make sure you've got a good sweat going because catching puts lots of stress on your body. Make sure, especially your lower body, your hips, your knees and your ankles are nice and loose. Also, get a jump rope. If you don't have one, get a jump rope, put it in your baseball bag. A jump rope is the best exercise that a catcher can do out of everything, like squats, pull-ups, bench press, anything. Jump rope is the best exercise for your shoulders, your hand-eye coordination, everything. So get yourself a jump rope. Try to get it in at least once a day. I try to do at least 1,000 jumps every day. So make sure you're getting that in. That's only going to help you with your footwork, with your shoulder when you're throwing, everything. Try to get some surgical tubing for your bands. Do some Jaeger band work. Make sure that you're taking care of your body. If your arm hurts, ice. If your knees hurt, ice. Stretch. Do everything you can to make sure that your body is at its peak performance. That's about it, guys. Just make sure you're working hard and hustling, and keep catching.